This is Global Public News. I'm Derek Rottenberg. There has been a massive explosion at an industrial park outside Paris. Emergency crews are on the scene. Witnesses report that one large warehouse has collapsed and is engulfed in flames. Ambulances have left the scene, but there are no reports of casualties at this time. Multinational conglomerate Vincewell Holdings has purchased Pyramid Aviation for 1.75 billion GP. Pyramid is an orbital engineering company with important spaceflight patents. CEO Raymond Vincewell stated that he sees a bright future beyond Earth. The Bristol Rats have pushed the military out of most of the city in vicious house-to-house fighting. The British Army, along with Belgian troops, have taken significant casualties. The city has been ordered evacuated and thousands of residents have fled to emergency camps in the outlying country. A 5-mile-long, 40-year-old hallucinatory terrain bridge connecting two Indonesian islands has disappeared. The bridge faded away shortly after the caster, Ridwan Ari Sussman, died in a boating accident. There were no casualties, but thousands of commuters were stranded, including many school children. Islanders are using small boats to get people home, but it may take days. Job Sidamarang, mayor of one of the islands, said that they always intended to have the spell put into an object, but that the islands could never agree on funding. Dwarves of the Pyrenees Hold, who recently constructed a Hyperloop tunnel in Europe, are reported to be considering a proposal for the islands. This has been Global Public News.
Wait.
He was a good lad. He was a good lad.
No, Evan! You need to stay with us!
Muted.
Wait,
Yes,
what?
Thank you.
Oh, that's right, yes.
Oh,
Chat
I guess
muted.
I think we're muted. I think we're muted. They can't hear your beautiful voice.
Are you
Maggie,
muted?
you muted
I think you're
yourself.
muted.
On the stream?
Oh no! Did I mute myself? I unmuted everybody else, but I muted myself. Great.
Am I muted? Someone said I'm muted.
No, I muted myself. You were fine.
Ah,
Should we just redo that?
Yeah, I guess
good,
so.
good test take.
I don't know. Should we just redo? I think we'll have to redo that because the whole intro is just gone.
That was a beautiful intro, Maggie, too. You know, dang.
So good.
Yeah, so just do the same thing again.
Exactly the
Okay.
same way you did it.
You guys saw nothing.
We just go back to the other screen. Start back
Definitely
again.
heard nothing.
Play the video again, too.
Yeah, we have to play the video again. So we'll be right back. Sorry about that, guys. Oh my god.
Technical difficulty.
This is Global Public News. I'm Derek Rottenberg. There has been a massive explosion at an industrial park outside Paris. Emergency crews are on the scene. Witnesses report that one large warehouse has collapsed and is engulfed in flames. Ambulances have left the scene, but there are no reports of casualties at this time. Multinational conglomerate Vincewell Holdings has purchased Pyramid Aviation for 1.75 billion GP. Pyramid is an orbital engineering company with important spaceflight patents. CEO Raymond Vincewell stated that he sees a bright future beyond Earth. The Bristol Rats have pushed the military out of most of the city in vicious house-to-house fighting. The British Army, along with Belgian troops, have taken significant casualties. The city has been ordered evacuated and thousands of residents have fled to emergency camps in the outlying country. A 5-mile-long, 40-year-old hallucinatory terrain bridge connecting 2 Indonesian islands has disappeared. The bridge faded away shortly after the caster, Ridwan Ari Sussman, died in a boating accident. There were no casualties, but thousands of commuters were stranded, including many school children. Islanders are using small boats to get people home, but it may take days. Job Sidamarang, mayor of one of the islands, said that they always intended to have the spell put into an object, but that the islands could never agree on funding. Dwarves of the Pyrenees Hold, who recently constructed a Hyperloop tunnel in Europe, are reported to be considering a proposal for the islands. This has been Global Public News.
All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Code 2050, Episode 4. We are in Act 2. I'm Margaret Crone, and I'm joined by our wonderful cast, minus Brandon, who is playing Evan. We lost him.
I love that kid, man.
Rest in
He's not
peace.
dead yet.
No, I'm just kidding. Keo will be explaining what's going on with Evan and why his signal is lost. But, of course, we have still with us Tempo, who is playing Jameer. And the wonderful Win-Win being played by Salem Prophet, who I was gushing over the fan art that we had because her character's just sitting there with a bowl, like a bucket of chicken, and I'm just like, that is what I wish I could be doing right now. No, I'm just kidding.
Wow.
Well, also being here, but also eating a bucket of chicken. That would be great. And then, of course, we have the one, the only Ziggy, who is our parkouring monk, joining us as well. I always love your cosplay, Lauren. Great. I like that this is your...
She runs.
Yeah.
And,
Oh, cool.
That fan
of
art,
course,
yeah, that fan
we
art's
have
great.
the one, the only GM and leader, Keo, who takes us on our journey as per usual. But before we start things off, we have to cover all of the bases of all the things so you guys know all the stuffs about Roll4It. So if you guys don't know, we are solely supported by our wonderful Patreons and Twitch supporters, so thank you guys so much for everything that you do for us. You allow us to continue to have amazing shows with wonderful cast members, so we cannot thank you. You guys are amazing, so thank you so much, and we try to return that with some really cool rewards on the Patreon side where you can be an observer tier and we give you after shows, which you get to see some sneak peeks of things that we're talking about with our characters and the thought processes behind what the decisions we make. We also have the Game Master tier where Keo will drop some evil things in there, and sometimes we have votes where you guys get to vote on all kinds of goodies. I believe for Mystery of Alethea, people voted to have a unicorn show up, and a unicorn did, and it played a very big role in the show. So if you guys haven't checked that out, you can go watch it over at youtube.com/roll4it. And then, of course, we have some other tiers where you can name NPCs. You can even play with the cast members if you're a legendary tier supporter. So it's just crazy stuff that you guys can help support us with and get something in return as well. And then, of course, Twitch, you get some really cool emotes, and we have some new ones coming along. So I'm sure you guys are going to want those. Maybe there's going to be a LeMayo one. Lauren's like, no.
It's like the worst mishearing that I have ever done, and it will be immortalized on Twitch.
Wait, what did you do?
It's
oh,
so
no.
good though. She's like EE was saying he was trying to say LMAO, but because his accent is it sounded like LeMayo. And
I
we're all like,
just heard
it
LeMayo,
actually
and I was
did.
like, why are you texting
Like-
that in character?
Yeah, he's like
LeMayo.
I text back LeMayo.
Keep in
so
tune with
good.
the French theme. Like,
Yeah, it's French
Mayo.
form.
Oh yeah, it is very French themed. That's good.
Oh my God.
But if you can't support us in monetary means, just you being here and supporting us through being a viewer is crazy, immensely amazing. So thank you guys so much for that. Whether you're watching on YouTube or you're watching this live right now, we appreciate it. Thank you so much. We wouldn't be able to do what we do without you guys. So thank you very, very much. And of course, if you want, you can show us some love over on Twitter and Facebook. We try to keep you guys as updated as possible, especially with like daylight saving. I tried my best to make sure that you guys were well aware of what was going on and there was no confusion of when stuff is starting, because I know that's very strange. And for most of our shows, we changed it for North America, but for this one, we were like, no, America stays the same, because all of us want to start at 6. So hopefully the 1 a.m. start is better for our European friends. If not, we're sorry. We love you still.
Ouch. You guys are dedicated, okay?
Yeah.
We love you for that.
So dedicated. It's crazy. I know a lot of people are like, do I stay up and watch, or do I watch the YouTube video? So we appreciate it. I know watching it live is much more fun because you get to interact with us and also maybe make a difference in the game. So you guys definitely save us sometimes. Chat has saved me many times. Like, hey, you
Nice.
missed this thing that you could have added to your role. Oh, yeah. So yeah, I think that covers all the things. We will be uploading this, of course, right after the show, and it should be available within 24 hours. Or if you're a Twitch supporter, you'll be able to see it immediately whenever it goes live. And you didn't see the mistake that was made. Nope.
You have no idea.
Nothing bad happened
What are you talking
at
about?
all.
Cut out this part too.
Oh, right, from the top.
And without further ado, I think I'm going to throw it over to our wonderful GM. Take it away, Keo. What's in store for us today?
Okay. Are we introducing ourselves, or should I just jump into the story here?
I tried to introduce you quickly. Did you want
Okay,
to?
no, that's
want to
fine.
introduce yourself some more? You can say
No.
whatever you need to say.
Nope, nope.
Get it
feel
out.
like
Let
you
it all
gotta
out, man.
Give us a
right.
monologue. Do it. I'm ready.
Let us
So
out.
when
No,
last
now
we
I need
left
it.
our heroes. Nope, too late. When last we left our heroes, you guys had been part of a very large explosion that's gone off in these laboratories that are underground here. You saw the professor run off into a back corridor, and one of your friends is down on the ground for the count. I believe that Felicity took quite a beating. And
It's just like one horn, benched back. Right?
and I think you and Ziggy
No,
were
not
the
my
only
horns. Yeah,
one-
but I only have 1 HP.
Yeah. I think you and Ziggy were the only ones in the room. I believe Jameer and Win-Win were actually outside.
Hell yeah.
Evan was in the room too.
That he was.
Well, yeah, he was in the room.
He
That's
is
why he's on the-
actively.
He's no longer in the room because he's in a million pieces now.
He got hugged by a Bombi.
He did.
no.
He did.
All right. So, Ziggy, I think we left off on your turn. You were chasing after the professor, correct?
Yep.
And
Oh, you
she
just jumped
had,
out of the window.
I would like
No,
to
she-
continue doing that.
Yeah, you
I
were
also
booking it
get
across the
a
room.
reaction. I don't know if that would still count, because normally, as I get a reaction spell if somebody attacks me.
Yeah, the bomber would be the one who made the attack. What were you thinking about trying?
I think that my spell is just the firebolt. I believe, unless it's the hellish rebuke one. I can't remember which one it is that gets.
I might amplify the explosion, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, here it is. It's this one. So you may cast these spells as a reaction to anything which would otherwise provoke an attack of opportunity from you. Oh, maybe that's not. It won't work then.
Do you have the chat showing on the stream?
No, but I can.
Oh.
I was just showing him to see if that would
Okay.
count. I guess probably not.
No, probably not here. If he had moved out of your area, then it would give you the attack of opportunity. But because he was already farther away, it won't.
Oh, okay. I thought he was like in the room with us.
He is, but in order to provoke an attack of opportunity, they have to be within 5 feet of you and move out of that.
So he
range.
wasn't that close to us.
Right.
Yeah,
Ziggy might have
was
been.
the closest.
She's like-
I was still like 90 feet away from him.
Oh, okay. This is a
Was
huge
full
room.
speed ahead.
It's a big
It is.
fucking room.
It is a
Yeah.
big room.
This is
Like I
a-
said, there are well over a dozen of these tables in here, right? That we're programming these bombers. So it's a big room.
I think I just misunderstood because I thought like it was like a smaller room and they were like all in like a little pod thing.
Oh no, that's why like the factory floor is actually like the size of a football field. This is a very large building that you're in.
That's huge. Okay.
Dang.
So I can move 90 feet in a turn.
Pretty quick.
Because she's
I was
insane.
impressed. Yeah.
I have a base 45. And I can spend a key point to take a dash as an action, which doubles my movement as a bonus action. So does that mean I can move 180 feet?
Yeah, I don't see why not.
I am going to
Ziggy.
chase after him as fast as Ziggy possibly can. Like, get back here, you fucker!
Ziggy.
All right, so
Abandoning your almost dead friends.
I don't know he's almost dead because I'm halfway across the fucking huge room.
What about Felicity? What else?
Felicity.
I'm fine. They're probably fine.
she's going into rage parkour mode.
Yo, you
So-
can't stop her.
Oh,
Felicity,
that's my
stop.
last key point.
She cannot be stopped anymore.
You
you
take
guys see
it out,
Ziggy just take off after this guy.
Yo. Her hair
Oh,
turns
you know
red.
what? It looks like you can move 135 feet as the total, but that's okay. It's still more than enough to close the distance to the door. So you see the
Fuck no!
professor slam this door and just disappear behind it, and you take off running after him, like full on. You can easily make it to the door, but as you do so, you feel the whole building just lurch. And I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Shit.
Oh,
Shit.
you effed up.
Okay.
You effed up.
16? Good.
So you are able to make it to the door. You start to turn it, and as you do so, the floor underneath of you starts to give. And the rest of you guys, you feel the entirety of the platform that these offices were on, it starts to groan. Like, you know that groan of metal just ripping? It just echoes through the whole area.
Oh,
Even
fuck.
the guys outside can hear this.
What is the
And-
problem?
Ziggy, you see the floor cut out underneath of you as the entire lab starts to slide away from the wall.
Do I just have one of those Looney Tunes moments where the floor disappears and I'm just
No.
running
You're-
in midair?
You're able to stop yourself on a dime.
Oh my God.
You've actually got about another 45 feet of movement left, and you can spend that as you like.
So there is a
Joe.
crevice
Jump.
between me and the door that he escaped through.
It
Correct.
was so cinematic.
Yo.
Wanna jump it?
Ziggy.
I really
Wanna
do.
jump
Do
it?
it. Do
I don't
it.
know if this is the best
mean,
idea.
Every acrobatic
Okay.
check you've had has been like a 20 or a 1. So
Does anyone tell me this is a bad idea and that I need to come back
I
as
did.
I am running?
Ziggy.
I think you're
I
too
don't
far
think
away
this
from
is
me
the
to
best.
see.
Oh yeah, you're way. Ziggy.
My question is, does anyone yell Ziggy no?
I'm
I
too
do
busy
not.
like
I do.
barely
Yeah, all right,
crawling
she's
out
good.
from under a bunch of rubble, I'm assuming. 'Cause
Yeah.
I have 1 HP. Like I am
yeah.
I'm
Uh,
basically trying. I would,
So
on my turn, I'd be
how
digging.
big is the
Jameer,
gap?
I
Jameer,
do.
are
I
you
see.
shouting?
Ziggy, no! Don't.
Wait, what?
We need to help our friends.
Oh fuck!
I think he's gone.
But I
Unfortunately,
can make the jump.
I know you can, but I don't have any battery on my phone. I cannot get a video of it.
We're
Okay.
in a giant sinkhole in the basement.
Ziggy just put 3-point turn or whatever, just spins up the ball of her foot and just bolts back 45 feet in the other direction. Definitely was this close to casting the jump spell on herself.
All right, so at this point, you can see Felicity just torn apart by this blast,
Can
right?
I
over on the
cast a
ground
spell?
is Evan.
Oh shit!
Oh yeah, Ziggy.
Yes, go ahead.
No.
Go ahead, Felicity.
I can. Okay. I think this could work. I'd like to cast Unseen Servant and use it to basically like help pick up rubble and stuff like that off of me and potentially.
Yeah, can I help too? Like, I'm good to.
All right, so it's not going to be able to pick up a whole lot if you do this. You would know this. They're pretty weak. Like if you look at the description, they only have a strength rating of 2. Okay. So it's not going to be able to pick up a whole lot, but it can try to clear off some of the smaller stuff and clear a path to Evan.
Okay. Yeah, because I'm assuming I'm pretty weak too. It has a bigger strength than me. I'm -1. So
well, when I say it as a strength of 2, I don't mean a modifier of 2. I mean his strength is literally 2.
Oh, okay, never mind. Okay.
So it's like either -4 or -5, but it can still try to help you out.
Okay.
Okay.
All
right. So, you guys see this this summon happen, right? Mm-hmm. Felicity holds out one of her arms. You see a tattoo light up, and this unseen servant manifests in front of her and rushes over to Evan and begins to remove some of the rubble off of him.
It's Evan's ghost.
What?
Why didn't
you can clearly see Evan now.
Ziggy is running back, and she's like, "Wait, where's Evan?"
Looks like he's under the rubble.
And she starts running faster.
Jameer, what do you do?
I want to run over to. Can I help as well? Like, I don't know if there's still stuff on him.
Not very much now. You guys can try to pick him up and run with him if you'd like. When did you want to help out?
I'll try.
I'm not.
Get him.
If I can see him, that means I should be able to touch him, and I want to spare the dying.
Okay. All right. So you feel the spell take effect over him, and you've managed to keep him from dying.
Yay!
Nice.
Now he's a vegetable, which I do not like.
You do not like it, huh?
Are you guys gonna hike him up and carry him fireman style? Is that the plan?
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
I go and grab his legs.
All right,
his cybernetic.
He's light enough that
he doesn't really eat or work out, so he
Just detach the legs. They're removable.
Even on the brink of death, Ziggy finds a way to make fun of him.
Wow.
I'll take off one of my bandanas as well and like do my best to make some kind of triage, even though I know it probably doesn't do anything. Just to take care of my friend. I've lost one before. I won't lose another.
Okay. So he applies a tourniquet to the robotic leg. It's very effective.
Who's doing this?
It restores 0 health points.
Jameer.
Oh my goodness.
Ziggy runs
Does it
back
feel
as
better?
fast as she can. I don't have any more key points, so it's not
Jimmy,
as
I
fast.
don't think
No,
that's
medic
gonna
is not
help
my
him.
first profession, but I'll do what I can.
So at this point, all of you guys can feel this platform moving. Like it's starting to pick up speed. You can see the gap behind Ziggy beginning to expand. I'm going to need all of you guys to make an athletics check. You're going to have to try to book it out of this
I'm
room.
not good at that.
So
As Ziggy's running back, she's like, "Go! The building is collapsing, and I know lots about collapsing buildings. It's not that I've ever done this before."
Do I have to
Just
take
so-
that on disadvantage since I'm carrying something?
Yeah, you'll have to do it at disadvantage. Just so you guys know, you only have to make this. Half of the group has to succeed.
Or is it
That's the way
I
the
have
group checks
powerful
work.
build, so I can carry more things than usual?
Oh, you know what then? You do not have to take it at disadvantage.
Okay.
Nice.
And Jameer, you didn't either. So you'll take the 16 there.
I imagine that my unseen servant is like not doing much. Like
It's just like
I'm
walking
like
into the wall.
helping, but it's really not doing much.
Where did this thing come from? Is this your friend, Felicity?
All right, so as you guys make it out through the front door, you feel another blast as one of the leftover bombers on the table erupts behind you.
Oh, fuck.
Fortunately, you guys managed to spin around the corner of the door and dodge the blast.
Oh,
So
we're
now-
the cool guys in the movies.
Yeah, now
Look back.
Is it going in slow motion at all or no? Because I think my hair. I
Absolutely.
just want to know.
Is it going in slow motion?
Ziggy just looks like she's running at a normal speed.
So at this point, the mezzanine platform that you guys are on, you can feel the steel start to buckle. Part of the railing behind the stairs is actually warping and starting to fall off.
Jesus.
You guys are starting to lose your footing. Give me an acrobatics check, the whole team again.
God dang it.
I actually have. Is we on disadvantage as well again or no?
Because I can't do.
Regular
No,
one?
Winded.
regular.
Acrobatics regular.
Ugh.
See, Ziggy gets like really high or super low.
Oh, this is
Oh no. We dropped him. He just falls and he cracks his
He
head.
falls into the chasm.
So
I haven't-
Win-Win manages to hold on, but as you guys are running down this graded walkway, it starts to turn totally over,
Oh shit.
and you guys slip right off. So let's see here.
Oh my god.
Hold on.
Jameer and Win-Win,
Uh-huh.
you guys are each going to take 3 damage.
Okay.
Ugh.
Okay.
That's fine.
The rest of you guys are actually okay. You land on top of them. And I
You're
kinda
welcome.
roll the damage for you.
Oh. What is the matter with this place?
So at this point, do you remember that second room that you guys were checking out? The one next to the lab? The storage
Yes.
room that had all the crates?
I looked at it.
Well, I think Ziggy was looking at it. Can
Ziggy
you
climbed
crack
the
it open?
crates. That's how she got
Ziggy
up
went
there.
very-
She just.
So that room just erupts into a huge fireball that comes whooshing out of the glass. Like, this stuff is reinforced bulletproof glass. Doesn't matter. It can't contain it. You see the windows just blow totally out, and the fire is so strong, it actually like takes your breath away. You just feel like this rush of heat pour over you. At this point, the ceiling starts to collapse in.
Oh fuck.
This is the
No,
worst.
Lally, you set off the explosions after you're outside the building. This is the worst.
This is.
You guys, oh, actually, Ziggy would notice this. Your passive is high enough. The 6 of the loading docks where the garages were lifted, that had those trucks in it, all those vans are gone.
Yeah.
And
Oh.
you at least have a way out, though. So you guys are going to give me another athletics check. You are,
Oh my
you are just running straight out of here.
All right.
Athletics.
Yeah.
Nice.
We got a 19, a 5, a 16, and a
athletic.
10.
I'm so tired today. I should not have drank before I came.
Um,
Oh,
Ziggy just grabs Jameer's arm and is just like, let's go.
thank you. I promise I'll get you back.
You're just like,
He's probably an easier
Drinks on
carry
me
than
when we get out of
Evan.
here. If we get out of here alive, those drinks are on me, my friends.
let's say,
So, Felicity, you actually see Jameer start to lag behind as another fireball just erupts out of the factory behind you.
Mhm.
You spin around the corner and yank him with you, saving him as the blast just erupts out from one of the loading docks right next to you guys.
Awesome.
But you all make it.
Oh
Oh,
my goodness.
this is intense.
Is that us?
Oh,
Not so fun.
how is Evan? Is he okay?
He's
yeah, how
still
does
not
Evan look?
responding.
No.
How
You
does he
need
look?
to.
So he is stable and he is breathing, but
Okay.
he's still down.
Hey, Evan, wake up.
Evan!
Evan.
Hacker man!
I don't think that's gonna help him. He needs some rest, but I think he's gonna be all right.
Fuck,
Are we
There's a little bit of
outside
explaining
yet, or
to do,
are there
but-
still explosions?
No, you guys think you're safe, but the factory is completely crumbling behind you. You
Are
guys
there-
can hear the concrete from the levels above it, like the levels above ground. It's starting to fall in. It's probably a good idea to move away.
Yeah,
Okay, so
I
Didn't-
think we need to keep moving.
we
I
don't.
think
want
we
to
need to
come
get out
here.
of here. Did anybody call the tuber? Is anybody waiting for us?
It's called the metro here.
The metro. I'm sorry.
Le metro. So are there any vans? Are they all gone?
All of the vans are gone.
Gone.
You guys are looking now down the tunnel, that you guys had, that you originally leapt onto the van from. This leads to the main highway area underneath of the industrial complex.
Didn't you slash the tires? How did they
I
get away?
thought I did. I don't know. I
Maybe
don't
they're
believe-
really fast at chaining tires.
You know what, Jameer, give me a survival roll.
Kind of want to survive, you know. All right. Oh, I'm good at this one. Watch. Bam! Come on. What? What are these rolls?
You're on a
I'm
rough
really
night.
good at this one. Yeah.
Oh,
Rolls 11.
I mean,
So,
it's the
it's-
same thing. Rolled a 7.
It's still enough to notice. The van's tires were slashed, but you can see like markings in the ground where the van rolled off. So it's probably in a similar condition to the one you guys managed to disable earlier. It's just rolling very slowly down the highway here.
we don't see any of them at all. They left during all of that.
They left during the commotion.
The van? I thought I did slashed all the tires, but it does seem like some kind of automation has caused them to continue to go as well.
You'd be surprised how far you can get on a flat tire.
I
You
see.
really can keep moving.
My goodness.
Okay, so this way, and so you just point to whatever direction she thinks goes out of the tunnel.
We should be talking and moving the whole time.
We need to get the hell
pointing
out of
straight
here.
Like,
up.
we should not be standing here.
No.
Yeah. So behind you guys, as the complex continues to collapse, it is a good thing that you moved away from the loading dock. Part of the ceiling there has also fallen down, and you guys can see smoke just billowing out from the loading dock entrances. It looks like that whole building, that whole section of this complex is going up in flames and collapsing in on itself. Up ahead, you guys actually begin to hear emergency sirens.
We do not want to be here when they arrive.
No, we better get moving.
Absolutely not. Yeah.
Are we near the park? Like the forest? No, we're not.
I think so.
No.
I
It's
think
like-
that was way south or something.
it's about 15 minutes by car south.
Okay.
Okay, and is there any vehicle that could be, say, hotwired and nicked?
You guys have that disabled van that's still
I was gonna say that. Yeah.
on the stretch of
Oh.
highway here.
The one
is
with
basically-
like no good tires.
Well, I believe if the
Full of
other ones can go, we should be able to. Like you said, we can get pretty far on a flat
Definitely
tire.
called emergency services about that van because it was full of zombies strapped with bombs.
Yeah.
Like they are
Hello,
crawling all
AAA.
over
This
that.
car is full of bombs.
Yeah,
And
true, true.
zombies.
Oh, we did.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I don't think that man's an option.
Hello. No. It happens all the time.
All right. So as you guys are discussing this, you hear the sirens start to approach closer.
Is
You're
there
pretty
somewhere
sure
we
that-
can hide?
You guys.
Are we
Not
still
really,
underground?
Yeah. So you guys are still in that tunnel network. There is that manhole that you guys removed. You could
I was
try getting up
aiming
there,
to
but you'll have to
Exit.
hike Evan up there.
Yeah. Perhaps we should just get back to the hotel.
Yes.
Um,
Now I
I
am
don't-
also
yeah.
walking, but I don't think any of them are.
I cannot carry this man this
That
far.
would be quite a walk.
I like the idea that Jameer is just like holding an ankle and Winwood's actually carrying it.
It's the only part he can reach right now.
Yeah.
It's not his
I'm
fault.
doing the best that I can, you know.
I'm like
Uh,
70
okay, let's
tall.
go up
I go up.
through the
So
manhole.
one by one, you guys start to move up here. At this point, whichever of you is leaving last, you can see an ambulance turn the corner in the bend, and it's rushing down towards the factory floor.
Mhm.
It doesn't seem to notice you as it passes. So you guys are back up on the first level. Up on the top level, you can see fire trucks heading your way, at least 2 or 3 police cars and another ambulance. Seems like the authorities have been alerted to a massive explosion happening in the area.
It wasn't
I
us.
hope
It wasn't
so.
us.
Maybe it was us, and we can claim it like eco terrorists.
I would not recommend that. Also, I should not be seen. She pulls up her hood and looks to hide somewhere.
Yeah,
Yeah.
your
How do you
signature
I'm
hood.
going to pop. I'll pop into the manhole as well.
How do you think Evan knows
Oh, yeah,
this
then.
Morton fella?
This is, you know, I was thinking the same kind of thing. He said that they had a bit of a previous encounter before, but I believe we should wait until he wakes up because even though he is our friend, he does have a bit of explaining to do.
Especially if he knew what we were getting ourselves into before. He should have spoken up.
He was very eager to go on this set of missions, wasn't he? He even went outside, came with us.
You make a good point, Win-Win. He's never wanted to go outside.
He was very nervous when we got into the system and he was hacking. He seemed like he might have known something was wrong.
Different, yeah. Definitely not the same kind of Evan we used to see, you know. I do believe he was warning us to leave, but it was by the time we were already in there, you know. So, I definitely have my reservations, but at least we made it out alive.
Maybe we can wait for some of the paramedics to come in and then steal an ambulance and leave. No one's going to check an ambulance that's going to a hospital. We can even pretend that Evan is in one of those stretchers.
No, Win-Win.
He doesn't need medical attention, though.
I like
So, you guys see fire trucks begin to pull up next to the rubble, and people are pouring out, taking care of the equipment. They start to rig it up, and they're getting to work on the fire. Ziggy, you actually noticed there's a squad of police cars pulling off of the main avenue and heading into the parking lot that you guys are actually in right now. One of them is an Interpol vehicle. The others are the normal security, the local French police force.
I do not want to.
The police again. I'm not a big fan of the police.
Ziggy's gonna try and direct them kind of maybe like around the side of the building. I would like to climb up onto the roof of a building and see if I can identify an ambulance that we can steal.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
I do not think this is a good idea.
We don't have many other options, Felicity.
I'm chaotic good. Emphasis on chaotic.
Yep.
Let's go.
She'll look at us like, do you have a better plan for us to get out of here? Not arouse suspicion and not let Evan die.
The whole arouse suspicion
She
thing,
shakes
you
her
know,
head
the
and she's like,
machine.
Okay, I will take the best plan we have. Climbs up onto the building. Go on that way. There are police coming.
Yeah, there are other buildings inside of this particular parking lot. One of them is only a story tall, so you should be able to climb up that with ease. Why don't you give me an acrobatics check to make sure you can make it up?
Come on,
Should be able to.
Whoa. 23.
No.
Beautifully.
You guys watch her climb up the storm drain on the side of the building, and you're up on the roof.
I'm gonna stay down low.
I try to take a video of it, but it's like, your battery is too low, and it doesn't let me access my camera. And I'm like, no.
She sort of like lays low, and I want to look at all of the ambulances and just all of the vehicles that are there and identify which one of them will be the best one to escape with.
Okay. All right. So what you see is right now there are 3 fire engines all surrounding the building and trying to combat the flames. The actual firefighters are having a hard time because parts of the ground are still crumbling away, and you see one of them almost slip in until one of his friends managed to grab him and pull him back up. Aside from that, there actually are 2 ambulances up on the top level. It looks like the EMT crews have vacated the vehicles. They're just scouring the grounds looking for people to help. There are still several police vehicles. Give me a perception roll.
Okay. Maybe.
Okay.
11.
So
Oh, great.
you don't see that any of them are vacant, but there is one ambulance. It's actually the closer ambulance on the opposite side of the parking lot from you guys. It's a pretty big parking lot. There's about 8 rows across, but it looks to you like it's empty.
Is that the one that's farthest from the building that is collapsed?
Yes.
Where kind of the people are?
Yeah.
Ziggy's going to like take a picture of it and then send it to Felicity and Win-Win and Jameer like in their group text and be like, get to this ambulance. I am going to get there fast and clear it out.
This looks like every ambulance.
My goal is to get to it, get in it, and like kind of drive it around, pick them up, and then get Win-Win to drive us the
As
rest
long as I don't
Could
have
I
to drive it,
possibly
mine.
disguise myself?
I have
I have a
Yes.
disguise
commercial
kit.
vehicle
You have disguise self, right?
proficiency.
I have a disguise kit.
I
Ooh,
also have disguise self.
really?
I do.
So she'll wait for instructions like this one's our target. This is the one we want.
I disguise self, but I don't really disguise myself. I just put on clothes of a doctor.
Okay.
Not a paramedic, a doctor.
A doctor. Okay.
Yes. I have the white coat and a stethoscope.
All right. And Felicity, what are you trying to do?
Well, I have a disguise kit. I could maybe try to use that. Plus, if I can grab something around there while we're there. I don't know.
Roll investigate for me.
Roll what?
Investigate.
Okay. 15.
15. All right. So you don't find anything that might make you look like a paramedic. What you do notice is that right inside the door of the building that Ziggy is currently on, there are several lab coats. This particular part of the industrial complex all involved chemistry work. So you can go ahead and use one of those and try to doctor yourself up a little bit.
Yes.
All right.
Okay.
I'll do it.
So you'll
Nice.
look a little like a phlebotomist or something.
I'll roll
They're no
my
too
disguise kit and we'll see how well I can pull it.
All right, so we got a doctor and a lab tech.
Right? I'm just like, wow, what about me? As I look down at Mike, I'm just looking the same as I do, and I take my bandana and just put it around my mouth as it's trying to be like one of those masks instead.
Nice.
That's just
I
more
don't actually have one.
suspicious.
Yeah. What are you
pull one
doing,
out.
Jimmy? I don't think
So
that's
here we
going to
go.
help you.
You don't think so? I'm just trying to fit in, though.
No, he
You look
pulled out
like
a
a
second
bandit.
bandana.
You don't think I pass as a doctor?
No, I don't.
Ziggy texts back.
And she takes it off, and Felicity will text back. Got it.
Okay.
And kind of motion to the others. Let's go. And
All right, Ziggy, you're going to be the first one to the vehicle.
yes, as sneakily as she can be.
Roll stealth.
Ooh.
Subtly.
Oh.
Oh yes.
Subtly, baby.
oh
A
man,
23.
Ziggy's killing it.
You are one with the shadows, and it is
23.
actually night. So.
Okay.
Oh, it's night. When did
Somebody
it-
has to roll big with Evan not here, right? Jeez.
So, Ziggy, what would you like to do to this van?
First, is there anyone in it?
No, there's nobody in this ambulance.
Then Ziggy would like to get in the van.
Okay.
And
Door's unlocked.
are there keys in it?
There are keys in it.
Perfect.
The EMT has left the ambulance running in case they found anybody who needed it.
And we have 2 people who need it. So I'm
Exactly.
going to drive the ambulance to them. And pick them up.
Okay.
I guess so either it depends. If they are on the way out, then she would swing around and pick them up. If them coming to her and her just being ready to book it would be a more efficient exit, then that's what she'll go for.
Okay.
Okay.
Whatever the straightest line between herself and the exit is.
She drives it past the other guy, like the fireman.
Doesn't matter if there's something in the way, she'll just jump over it. The ambulance.
Hydraulics.
Okay, so you begin to drive the vehicle away, and it doesn't look like anybody cares. No one is taking notice of what you're doing with it.
Nice.
I have commercial
Radio.
vehicle proficiency, so I don't know if that means I can use anything in the
I
ambulance.
think my license is revoked, or at least it's
Nice.
suspended, probably for a DUI. But goodness,
Ziggy pulls around the corner to the parking lot that they are coming from. Just
they're
like,
coming. Jimmy tries to
Stops the
hide as he
van.
sees it, even though I don't even realize.
Get them, losers!
Oh, it's Ziggy! Oh, Where the hell did you get this, Ziggy?
Felicity is still I literally have 1 HP. She's trying hard to help carry Evan and trying to open the door, limping and having a little bit of trouble.
Okay.
I swing the back door open and just stuff Evan in there and just throw his limbs in.
So
Can I
inside
look
the
for a
back-
Band-Aid? Can I look in the van?
I kind of slide
ambulance?
myself into the van as well.
Can I look in the ambulance for a Band-Aid?
So inside the back, you guys see it's a gurney locked into the middle of a table. There's 2 benches running along the side for seats for either the EMTs or other passengers. Underneath of it, there's a bunch of medical equipment, and same with up above. There's also up above it a portable X-ray machine, and you do notice that there is a cabinet with a few potions in it and a couple of spell scrolls as well.
Oh.
I'm just gonna start rummaging through that stuff, and I do have identify, and I'll take my time while we're driving to figure out what is what, I guess.
Are there any Band-Aids in there though?
Whatever my
In the first aid kit?
Oh yeah. There's,
Alright.
there's plenty of medical.
So I'm gonna grab a Band-Aid, and then I'm gonna walk over to Felicity and say, "Felicity, hold still." And I'm gonna put a Band-Aid. I'm opening it up, and I put it on one of her horns.
Putting a Band-Aid on me?
Yeah.
Roll a medicine check.
All right.
Oh God.
I
Oh,
I
God.
really thought
I
you
hope
were gonna
roll
use.
terribly, so you're poking me. Oh no! Oh, that's pretty good.
Not bad. My best roll of the night.
I really thought you were gonna
Hold
use
still.
some gauze as some more bandanas.
Yeah, Felicity's in the cabinet, grabbing all the potions and putting them down, and she's doing this thing where her arm, a feather is coming off her arm, it's a tattoo of a feather and it's coming off of her arm, and it's wrapping around the item to try to identify what it is, and you're over you're at the side of her just bandaging her up while she's doing some kind of chant.
Not bandaging, Band-Aid.
Literally Band-Aids. I'm peeling them off, and I'm
While I'm
Putting them
chanting. I love it.
So Felicity, the heartwarming action that you see Jameer trying to take care of you, it really hits you in a really comforting way.
I'll never let my
Heal another
friends
HP.
fall.
I get what?
You can heal an HP.
1 HP? Oh.
1 HP.
There.
I'm now at 2 HP, guys.
There. Have doubled
Thank
your
you.
hit points.
So inside of the cabinet that you're digging through, you find 2 potions of healing and 2 scrolls of cure wounds.
2 scrolls of cure wound.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh,
They're
that reminds me.
divine.
I have cure wounds. I cure wounds myself.
Yeah, you are a healer. Win-win, you're a healer.
When everyone got in the van, Ziggy would confirm who should be driving because, I am agile.
Yeah.
I don't know if that translates to vehicles. I don't actually know what
Yeah.
skill we would use to drive in this.
So there is a commercial vehicle skill. Win-win would actually
Win-win
be able to,
has, yeah.
Probably
Yeah.
the best.
But Win-win's
Yeah, she
also
cannot-
our healer.
Hey, win-win. Get up front.
I cannot
I
I
drive.
think she needs to be helping Evan, and I'm
I do not have any phone
I'm
books.
throwing these 2 scrolls your way because I know that's your thing.
Okay, I'll drive.
I cast one of the scrolls on myself.
all right, so it'll function as your cure wound spell, so you can just use it as such.
What is this?
It'll be 1d8 plus 2 for the scrolls.
Okay.
So just roll a d8 for me.
1d8.
Win-win. Don't you think there are people that may need
Alright,
this
so
a little bit
you
more
regain
than you?
4 HP.
I have max. I'm only missing 3, so 3 HP.
You're only
Yeah.
missing 3 HP.
Win-win. You barely look a
I
Seven.
have 2 HP. How much
What?
HP do you have, Lauren?
13.
Oh, okay. That's
Okay.
I'm doing
so
fine.
I use the second scroll on Felicity,
Okay,
which is
roll again.
It's like when you're on a plane and they
One
say,
at
"Yeah,
each.
make sure you put your mask on first and then help
a
everybody
7
around
plus
you."
2.
All right,
That's
so
9 whole points.
Felicity,
Yeah.
another 9
I'm
HP.
at 11. Sweet.
See, I
You're
used
looking
the
much
shitty
better.
one on myself. You're welcome.
So Ziggy she'll drive unless Win-Win takes over. just not well, and often in the straightest line that she thinks. Then she's like, "Oh wait, I can't get over that. Never mind." There's a lot of
Where are you driving to? Where are you driving to?
That's the question she's gonna ask. Right now, she's just driving away. Okay, so do we want to go to a hospital, the hotel, or the park? She says, like she wants to go to the park.
She just wants to go to the park.
I think we need to get back to the hotel. We need to sit Evan down.
Okay, so we think
I
we
don't
can.
think we
heal
can go
him.
to the hospital.
I don't think we should bring the ambulance there. Maybe we should leave it somewhere
We should
else.
go to an ambulance, roll him out of the back, and then book it.
I was thinking
Wow.
Like
we
a bunch of
drop him off
teenagers in a movie.
at the hospital that is near the hotel, and then we leave the ambulance there because we have stolen it, and it would be nice to return it. Then it is borrowing.
Yes, we are simply borrowing it.
But it would be better to leave the ambulance at a hospital.
Exactly, and then we
Yes.
drag him to the hotel on the gurney, which we will keep.
Sounds like a plan to me.
Okay, so she'll not a safe driver, Googling the nearest hospital.
Oh my god.
Oh, sorry.
All right, so there is a hospital about 5 city blocks away from your current hotel.
Cool. That's where Ziggy's gonna drive to as she's like trying to one-handed input that into Google Maps.
Okay. What are you guys doing in the back?
As the car starts shaking back and forth, I'm gonna like look at Win-Win and say, I think maybe you should be helping her out.
Okay,
I'll keep an eye
Is
on
there
her.
an
seems to be
opening between the
struggling.
back and the cab?
Yeah. There's
Okay, so I
there's a
climb in
small
the
room.
front and
But-
basically backseat drive her. Use both feet.
What?
You're not supposed to use both feet.
She can point out the siren to you and the lights.
Ooh.
They drive on the. Do they drive on the left side of the road in France?
No, they actually drive on the right.
Right. On the right.
You're on the wrong side of the road anyway.
Does Win-Win tell her to drive on the wrong side, or is Ziggy on the wrong side?
You're on the wrong side.
Ziggy!
I'm an
What?
excellent
It's
driver.
not direct. Oh shit, car.
We're going to
Because
get
we
us
were
killed.
just in London.
Désolé.
We're so confused.
Okay.
All right. So you guys will make it there the rest of the way without any interference. Where are you going to ditch this ambulance?
Like the parking lot of the hospital.
Just out in the main parking lot. Okay.
Just
This seems
park
like a
it
good
really
spot.
nice though.
Okay,
Like in the long
is she
term.
capable?
Oh my god.
Shall we
Is she
put that
capable?
to the ambulance entrance or just right here?
Here seems okay.
Okay.
All
I
right.
feel like you did not think this was a good plan, but I got us
Well-
safe. We found spell scrolls. We have done very well. Okay, everybody out.
Okay. Whew. Just hop out the back, and I try to help. Can we put we gotta put Evan on the actual. What is it called? The
He's
The
on
gurney?
his...
The
The
gurney.
gurney.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's already on it. Okay. So I come down
I'm
and I'm
assuming
gonna.
that we put him on it and then we were
Pull the
all
ramp
sitting on
down.
the sides.
Yeah.
Right.
Are there actual scrubs in the ambulance?
Oh
Or
yeah,
like
there's
jacket?
scrubs. There's the containment gowns and all. You guys can.
Sweet. Throw those on, and then actually we should probably go to the ambulance entrance and then just like take him in the opposite direction.
If only any of these fit me,
Okay.
but
You just wear the scrub top.
Yeah.
all right. Yeah, I'll take one of the.
You only
One
have
of the
top
scrub
on,
tops.
not the bottom.
Nope.
So, yeah,
And
the-
it just goes down to my knees. Does it at least reach the?
Ziggy's wearing her hood, but then she puts scrubs over the top.
They
and a
they would
mascot.
have small sized scrubs that would
Oh,
fit.
okay.
You know, a halfling or a gnome. You'd be
Oh my
fine.
goodness.
All right then. I'm gonna put one of those on.
Cover each
Alright.
other's, like make sure our faces can't be seen.
Okay,
Mhm.
just so we're clear, are we abandoning Evan here or not?
We are taking him with
We
us.
are taking
on
Evan
the
with
journey.
us. You
Okay.
really don't want to keep.
We were
Okay.
just
I
basically
feel like
pretending.
the doctors in there are way more qualified than I am. Just saying.
Not with that attitude. Jeez, with that attitude. Win-win. You need to believe in yourself. You are a great healer, okay?
Oh,
You
thank you.
Just make sure that you use it on the people that need it first. Sharing is caring, Win-win.
Oh my god.
I can't heal other people if I'm missing HP points.
That's not how healing works, Win-Win.
But if I die, we all die.
Okay, that part
I mean,
is
she does make a point.
I guess. How is that band-aid treating you, though, Felicity? You look better already. I think that the band-aids are the reason why she's looking better rather than the actual scroll.
So you guys are taking him back to the hotel? That's the plan?
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, we're rolling him like he's a bunch of groceries in a shopping cart.
All right.
So you're going to get a couple strange looks on the way back, but you guys look official enough, so nobody actually stops you. The
We're filming a movie.
The concierge in the hotel looks very concerned as a clearly injured body gets rolled past her through the lobby, but she doesn't stop you guys.
This
He
is
had a
Weekend
really
at
rough
Bernie
night.
too.
He had a very rough night. He did.
Oh yeah, as
He's a lightweight.
He's
you're
just
saying
drunk.
that, she just slides some gold, maybe like a silver, like it just slides that across the counter and says, "Everything is fine."
You saw nothing.
God.
Jazz hands.
No suspicion at all.
These are not the adventurers you are looking for.
So
Oh God.
she's giving you like a blank stare, and then she looks down at the coin and then looks back up to you and just reaches out and slowly slides it back to her side of the counter and just watches you guys go by.
Siggy, why have
Oh my
you're
God.
trying not to draw attention? As
Money makes people not say things, or say things.
perhaps.
All right. So it's you guys get back up to your room. Don't see anyone else on the way.
Whew.
Cool.
What in the hell just happened
Was
at that
was,
facility?
An
I don't
adventure.
know, but we need to figure out who this Professor Morton is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
What did
that
he
was
say to you
not what I was
before?
expecting, but
You said
When
you
Bram-
mentioned him before. What did he say to him? Say to you about him?
Evan, he had said that they had, I don't know if they were both on some project or they used to work together, but it seemed as if Evan was not trying to be, or at least go down the same path as this Professor Morton. You know, I think it was more of a revenge plot from Mr. Hacker number 2.
It sounds like they work together at Barlow Nuclear Systems.
That's what it was, yes.
Yeah.
As soon as he saw that on the van, I saw his eyes. He definitely realized something was different.
Well, maybe we need to be looking up this
Barlow.
Barlow nuclear
Let me just get my
systems.
phone charged. And when he wakes up, we can ask him a few other questions. But
Have we healed him anymore yet? Like, is he gonna wake up?
oh no,
Left
He
I'm
has-
gonna.
He has spare
I saved the Band-Aid.
For a few days without heals.
I saved the Band-Aid and I put it on his other mechanical leg.
I also, while he's doing the band-aid, I covertly cure wounds out of my own thing.
At the same time, so as I'm
Yeah.
finding the right spot to put it, just a little.
Just to reinforce him thinking band-aids are the greatest healing
Right,
I
so-
will
item
be
ever.
okay, hacker man.
really want us to get
Oh,
magic band-aids now.
So
Slash
win-win.
R.
I'm gonna rummage through Evan's stuff and see if I can. I know he's probably gonna hate this, but I'm gonna rummage through Evan's stuff and see if I can find any information on like what he's already found, and then possibly looking up anything I can on his deck.
Okay, so we'll start with you then, Felicity. His deck, if you guys remember when he tried to hack into
it got burned or something.
yeah, the battery started to ignite. He managed to get the battery out, so the deck itself is saved,
Okay.
but you'll have to go
no
and
battery.
get another battery. Roll a perception for me to check his room for an extra battery.
Oh man, I'm bad at perception stuff.
If you ask for help, Ziggy will come with.
Yeah, as I'm asking about the stuff, I'm like, we need to figure out what Evan's found out thus far, and if whatever we can helps us, we need to start moving quick. If he
Okay.
sends those bombs out, who knows where those things are going to be reaching?
Oh, also, as she's looking around the room, I have things that you will do too, but she
That's a
finds
natural
shit.
one.
She finds nothing with 5.
A natural one on perception.
Oh, yes,
Yikes.
we should definitely look through his things. She picks up her phone and starts texting.
She just tries to plug it into the wall and further zaps it.
Can I Google this Barlow?
Okay.
Can I Google at least, or because I don't think my
Absolutely. Felicity,
try to,
you're
like,
still
while they're
searching.
doing all that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Felicity,
What they're doing.
you're still searching the room with Ziggy, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh my god.
A 9. Okay. So you guys don't find another battery in his things. It looks like he's very minimalist, and you do find a charging cable for it, so you might be able to do something with that. Salem, I'm sorry. Wait. So what you find as you're kind of like poring over his body, like you have to go and actually touch him to cast this spell.
Yeah.
You notice a piece of metal sticking out of his back. It looks like it's lodged right in his spinal column. And you would know from experience that ripping it out is probably a really terrible idea.
Okay.
The spell takes effect on him,
Yeah.
but he's still out cold.
And I gave him 9 HP. That's a lot.
It is.
Evan, you're going to make this one. Please.
If you look at the little piece of metal, this is actually what you're going to see.
Are you gonna?
Do you see it in roll 20?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh.
It is a fragment of a coin that has a fleur-de-lis on it and part of words.
Is he the only one that sees this, or?
Are you telling the group about this?
Yes.
Okay.
What
So-
is?
Jameer, you're still in the room. Really, all you find about Barlow Industries, it's a major, it's a pharma company. They do a lot of biomedical research, a lot of pharmaceutical jobs, that kind of thing.
Okay. Yeah, I wasn't able to find too much about this Barlow. They seem to be just your run-of-the-mill pharmaceutical company.
So
I'm sorry, I tried.
are we all seeing this coin, or is it just?
Yeah, if you guys come back out into the room and Win-Win points it out, absolutely, you can all see it.
Yeah. I'm like,
I'm gonna plug
there's
his
something I can't.
deck into the charger, I guess, if that's what I'm assuming is gonna fix it. I don't
Yep.
see another battery or anything.
So you hear the BIOS post, so it makes that little like beep noise as the computer starts, and immediately hits a password screen.
Try password 1.
Try
4 words, all uppercase, 1 word, all lowercase.
Oh no.
Try horse girl 666.
Ziggy is going to send a message to the police officer that she was in contact with originally, just warning that there were 5 vans potentially full of bombers that left the location that they were at.
Okay.
And some vague idea of maybe if she had any idea where they might go, but mostly just there were 5 vans full of however many bombers were in each one. So be careful, things might get explosive.
Good luck.
All right. So, a few, like almost no time passes. Immediately, you get a text back from Ruby, asking if she can meet with you guys alone.
Yes, we are at the hotel.
Okay. And she says she will be there post haste.
Make sure to text her. We've been here all day.
Yeah. Ziggy looks up from her phone like, oh, that looks bad. Referencing Evan is like, okay, so Ruby is a cop. She's going to be coming here. We should meet her
The
downstairs. So we are.
Oh, Ziggy, why have you called the police again? I cannot stand it. Okay.
There were, and she's like doing math on her hands, at least 30 potential bombers. I am not going to let them go out into the city and
I
melt
think it's better if we have her join us here. Let's move Evan into
if you
his
say
room
so.
and close the
Okay.
door.
Yeah.
I'm
Let's
gonna
just put him in like a bathtub.
take a picture of the coin, and then is the
Yeah,
coin the same coin that the homeless person had?
No, this is a different coin.
All right.
Can I Google Ide
cross-reference
and Cellier?
the photo
Yeah.
of the coin
Okay.
and see where the coin came from?
Is
Yeah,
it literally like broken like this, or is that where it just goes
It's
into
like
his
lodged.
No, it's broken like that. Yeah.
back? Okay.
And you see it sticking out of when you would know this. The rest of the group is probably just discovering this. Evan actually has cybernetic legs.
Yes.
This is lodged into the part where the cybernetics attach to his spinal column.
yes.
It's stuck out of that metal, and
Okay.
it's wedged in there pretty good. So Jameer and Felicity, what you guys will find if you Google the name of this place,
Hoping for autocorrect.
Yeah, you find a business page show up saying this.
Oh, you're gonna show us something new?
It's so fancy. So
Egide
fancy.
and Cellier. So, Egide and Cellier first opened in 1761. Over the years, the magic shop / apothecary, which also sells potions and spell ingredients, has become a well-known institution. Located on the corner of Rue de Faubourg Montmartre and Rue de Richet, the historic boutique and its listed shop window are worth a visit. Inside, it's a paradise for those with a magical bent. The finest magic shop in Paris, a must-see. And it has a 4 out of 5 rating on the Paris Tourism Bureau.
Felicity, this seems like a place you might enjoy. They have all sorts of look. Hocus pocus, how that you're
Hocus
into,
pocus.
correct? The hokey pokey.
I don't know.
I hope they have whoopee cushions.
Most of these shops, they
This is
play
not
with
where you go shopping,
illusions,
no?
not actual magic.
Oh.
Yeah, what you'll see underneath
But either way, I
is
think
a
we
couple
should
more
probably
entries.
check it out.
Yeah, there's a couple more entries underneath of it. It's pretty clear to you, Felicity, that this place, they probably do see a valuable magic shop or a magic item come through from time to time, but it's a pretty touristy kind of place now.
Mm.
It was famous back prior to the French Revolution as being a very large institution of magical marketing, but over the years it's become more of like a tourist trap, basically.
Okay.
Oh, so you see they don't have real magic?
Well, there's a lot of those
Magic
shops
room.
around. You know, they're just trying to get people's attention with flashy illusions. They're all mind tricks.
All right, so at this point you guys hear a knock on the door, and I think this is a good place to call it for this week.
Wait, that's it?
It's
We have
already
another
10:10.
Are you serious?
It's already.
No.
Oh wait,
It hasn't been
I'm
2
sorry.
hours. It's only been an
No.
hour.
Haven't checked.
Don't mess with us like that.
No, the time thing is
We have like 15 more minutes.
the clock in my
Oh my
room.
god, is the fastest freaking 2 hours ever.
I was like,
What?
damn, that
No.
was quick.
No, I'm sorry. The clock on my computer is right. I've been looking at the clock on the wall that says 11:10.
The chat's like,
Change
what?
your clocks.
I was like,
Oh my god, I gotta
you
check.
gotta.
Okay.
Dude, I got wrecked by daylight savings time as well, though.
All right.
Do you have another hour's worth of stuff planned?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
You're
Gotta
like,
wait
shit,
an
I
hour
don't
of
do my
content.
This guy, the content king.
All right.
So there's a knock on the door.
There's a knock on the
There's
door.
a knock on the door.
Ziggy looks around the room. Is Evan
I'll-
not visible?
Yeah, we moved Evan to
Can I-
the to
Yes.
close the door.
Where is he?
I'm
He's
gonna
in.
I'm gonna open the door. I'll answer.
Okay.
Please.
On the other side of the
Oh,
door.
I'm also no longer dressed looking like a doctor.
Okay.
Oh,
I
think
still
I
have
am.
my
I
disguise
just
on.
want to
Wait,
preface
wait.
this.
Change clothes.
oh.
I dropped the disguise.
I start. Yeah, I take one.
So
But, like-
on the other side of the door, you see your half orc police officer from Interpol.
I'll open the door.
Well, I take
Good to
off my
see you,
scrubs, but I
officer.
didn't put anything else on. So can I just be in my underwear this whole time?
Sure.
Okay.
Just put the scrubs over the top of your clothes.
Okay, I'm in my clothes.
So
I left my.
Detective Yodel kind of tips her hat to you and goes, "Miss Felicity."
I open the door and kind of motion for her to come in. Come in now. Sit down.
Hey, can I offer you a drink, miss?
Oh, you owe me one.
I do. I'll make one right on the rocks as well. How do you like it?
Gin and tonic,
And the
please.
umbrella?
Okay.
This is the only time you can say on the rocks as much as you want.
Yes.
That's it.
On the rocks? And I'll keep saying it over and over. So I'm starting to make the drinks for everybody while she, of course, is probably talking to Felicity. So anything for you, Win-Win?
No, thank you.
Okay. That means 2 for me.
So I got an urgent text message from your elven friend here.
I mean, it was just a warning. Less of an urgent, more like a message that you should be doing something about right now.
Right. Would you guys happen to know anything about several large Barlow industry vans leaving a warehouse in the commercial district?
Full of bombies.
Is that what the media is calling them now?
Yeah,
The bomb.
Should have been zombombs.
Look,
No.
we have our way of getting information and you have yours. We just wanted to make sure you had enough. And you asked us to find out information, so we're just sharing with you what we have found.
So at that, she's going to turn her smartphone around, and she actually has camera footage from inside of that highway system
Oh, shit.
of you guys leaving the warehouse. And she says,
That could be
But
any
I'm bringing-
ambulance.
Well, I'm
They
bringing the
all-
drinks. So I'm bringing the drinks over, and I'm like, 1 gin and tonic for the
think that's when-
police officer.
Ran out of the building that was exploding. Right? Is that what the footage is from?
yep.
I am very impressed with the durability of their computer system.
Hey, can we keep that footage? We could put it on Jameer's Instagram and look so
I will be happy to transfer it to you as soon as the investigation is complete. However, I'd like to talk about you guys and your proclivity for appearing around explosions in our city here.
Okay,
It
so
wasn't
I
me.
know.
maybe
wasn't
your
me.
city is full of explosions.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's not our fault.
Well, you see, there is a. Will I have your drink? Don't
I
forget.
think all of us just look at Felicity like, talk our way out of this.
Yeah. Look,
So-
ma'am. Yes, we may have been there. But we were trying to stop this from happening.
That's not
And
an
honestly,
admission.
we
Because
spent-
we may have those people. They look a lot like us, but we've been here all day.
In fairness, one of them has a hood, but no blue air.
I mean, the
That's true.
screen.
Sorry.
We appreciate your help on the matter, but you weren't able to prevent this on your own. And I personally would appreciate it if you included us on any further adventures that you guys help yourselves to.
We just
yeah.
included you with the text.
We did find the van full of bombers, and what we've discovered, unfortunately, is that was a small delivery. A few hours prior to your visit to the facility, there were at least half a dozen tractor trailers that also left there, and I'm terrified to think about how many were loaded onto those vehicles. And you can see her, like, she's visibly fatigued, and she just kind of slumps back into the couch that you guys are sitting around.
Oh.
Sounds like you need a drink. I pushed the drink to her.
She takes a look at it and immediately downs like half of it and then clinks it back onto the table.
Officer, what can we do to help?
What is? Yeah. You know,
We
I'm
were
very,
trying-
very.
To do our
Yes.
best to find information for you.
What did you guys find in the facility, aside from bombers?
Like,
There is a man. There was a man. Do you know anything about a Professor Morton, or I don't know what his first name was, but he did work for Barlow Nuclear Systems.
At that, she pulls a little tablet out of her pouch and just starts writing on it with a stylus. You said, Professor, what was the last name?
Morton.
Morton, Barlow Nuclear Systems. It doesn't ring a bell off the top of my head. He's not anywhere on our radar right now. I can look into him for you, though.
Yes, please do. He is the one that is behind the explosion. I told you it was not us. And I totally respect police officers. I do. Trust me. I really do. I love police.
She gives you a little grin, which is very toothy and kind of terrifying because
It's orc, yeah.
I also smile.
What? I'm gonna need to make some phone calls about this for sure. Did you find anything else inside the facility?
They were making the zombombs there.
Zombombs.
Yes.
How?
Seems
Were you
like they're
able to-
doing some kind of experiments on people.
Seem to be.
Using
Yes.
people
Homeless
that maybe
people.
don't have families, don't have people that are looking for them.
that's
Utilizing their
terrible.
bodies to
It was
basically be
horrific.
human bombs.
Yeah, it was disgusting. One of the most disgusting things I've ever seen in my life. And it's a
You said
shame
they-
because these people actually, there is a bit of a community of the homeless and they know each other and they don't realize when they're getting taken away that it's not really for a better life or anything. It's to become one of these. And if you've seen anything in the news about it, it's the same kind of process.
We'll have to post extra patrols around the homeless shelters in the city then.
It
Thank you.
seems
Yes,
like-
look out for a... what was the name of the...
The sacrament.
SNC? SNC.
Et de la
Yes.
charité. They
Doesn't ring a bell.
them.
No?
Okay.
Really?
Are they from Paris?
They have a very French name.
I mean,
I've lived here all my life. I don't.
never.
Okay.
Paris is a
The
huge.
homeless people, they seem to know about it, you know?
They don't
I would-
exist online though.
No.
Well,
They
they're-
be upfront.
They're usually pretty quiet around my type. Well, I'll see what I can find on it. Listen,
Isn't it
when you
also-
guys were leaving, we noticed you carrying one of your friends, and he's not here. Is he okay?
He's resting.
He's fine.
He's going to be fine, but he's had a rough night.
Does he need healing? I can make a few calls. Actually the Cardinal of Notre Dame owes me a favor.
We're all gonna
Cool.
look at Win-Win.
Yeah.
I'm
No,
like,
I mean, I believe, yeah. If
I
you can
can't
help him.
heal. I can't heal robot legs.
The Cardinal, you say?
There's nothing I can really do from like waist down right now.
She chuckles at you, Jabir, and says, "Yes, the Cardinal."
So that's a yes then.
I think that
Yes.
what they're saying
That
is
seems...
we could use some extra help.
Okay.
I show her into the bedroom where he is.
Undramatically sprawled out.
She
I did the best that I can, as you can tell by the band-aid on his leg.
she's like visibly upset by what she sees. Like she doesn't like seeing people like this. It's pretty obvious.
Mhm.
She reaches in, pulls out her phone, and goes, "Just one moment. I'll have them send over a healer for you." And
Merci.
puts it back in her pocket.
It's much
So-
appreciated.
You are saying Interpol may not be able to do this on their own?
We have a lot of red tape. I am Parisian. I grew up here in France, but many of the French security forces don't really enjoy us looking over their shoulders, we'll say.
This is a French thing. So perhaps contracting with adventurers might provide a certain amount of flexibility, and that might provide us a certain amount of legitimacy in being near said explosions.
Yeah, there is some truth to that.
And so he's gonna like throw that one to Felicity to negotiate.
Felicity?
Charisma.
I didn't quite catch exactly what she said.
Ziggy is suggesting that they contract with adventurers because adventurers can have
But
more.
we already are. with
I don't
them.
think we are officially contracted. No, we just
You guys
we
are
just
not
went
on
out on the limb
contract.
and did it ourselves because Evan.
But
was-
they already she did reach out to us already about it. That's why.
But I don't think we have an official contract yet.
Yeah.
No, not with Venture.
Like that's what she's suggesting, is that we have an official contract with Venture, which covers our asses and also means we're going to get paid.
I like the money.
Well, I don't think I need to say anything else if she just said
say
that.
What say what.
I can definitely take that back to my lieutenant. I think he
Please
might be
do.
open to the idea, and it might give you guys a little more leeway. You seem to be beating us to the punch here more often than not. And again,
that's what we do the best.
She pulls out her phone and starts texting away. Do you guys have any other information that we can use? I'll definitely try to pull some strings and see if I can find anything on either.
Yes, I'm gonna need you to. Yes, please make extra security to the Dick Van Honk concert that is going to be later in the week. I need that concert to go as safely.
Yeah, we have special intelligence that something might happen there.
There's a possibility, and my sister would be heartbroken if anything would happen to the legendary D.
I was going.
It is going to be a great concert, Siggy.
We can.
You also tell them about the Essential Purity Corp is the one that had hired the vans to pick up the homeless people.
Okay.
They also seem to be a front. Their offices are in the Bahamas, knowing when we cannot go there.
All right, noted. And she jots another note to herself down on her tablet.
I know this is a lot to take, but yeah, I don't want you to think this is quite simple and we just running out of a burning building. It's very deep, and we are trying to uncover it as the best as we can.
I will. She looks at you guys and just like level-eyed right at Felicity. Like, you guys you're really trying to do the right thing here, aren't you?
That we are.
Yes. Trying to kill some zombies.
I'm gonna do what I can to keep this out of the
media,
the camera footage out of the hands of the local police forces for you guys.
Merci.
Much appreciated.
That'd be greatly appreciated.
You guys aren't so bad after. I mean, yes, appreciate it.
All right.
Sorry.
So, well, I think it's time I bid you adieu. I got a little bit of work on my plate now, and I think you guys do too.
Is adieu French?
Adieu? Yeah. It means goodbye.
Adios.
No. Adieu.
Bye.
I know, that's what I just said. I'm sorry. I did not brush
so
up on my
is the
French.
healer coming here? Are we taking an elevator over there?
The cardinal guy.
Yeah, the cardinal himself isn't going to show up, but the healer will show up at your door.
Oh.
I hope he's actually like some kind of a birdman.
That's what I was gonna say.
Arikoka.
Yeah, Arikoka. He's not. He's human. He's dressed in a white robe with like a red kind of tailing down the middle and down the back, and he looks a little nervous about being here. Knocks on the door though.
Don't worry. Hello. How are you, Mr. Cardinal? Or not healer?
I'm told you need some healing done.
And
Yes,
and I
our
ask him,
friend
"Are you the cardinal?"
Has something stuck inside his
Everything.
back area.
Yeah.
He
No.
laughs at Jameer and says, no, unfortunately not. Maybe one day, my friend. And he allows himself to be led back there. So what you guys see is he goes over, and it's similar to what Widwin does. You know, he has to touch them to perform his healing.
Mm-hmm.
And you see like the body itself begin to glow. And some of the wounds on Evan begin to heal. But he gets a furrowed look on his face. Like he furrows his brows and goes up and says, "There's there's something blocking it.
Yeah, it's his legs. They're not real legs.
Oh, not the stick up his butt.
It is not the band-aid? Don't tell me it is the band-aid.
Are his legs enchanted? Do you know? No, that can't be possible.
They are made of metal.
But there is a magical, he bought it from the magic shop, I believe. They may be magical legs.
He kind of checks over Evan and sees the coin sticking out. And he goes to just very gingerly touch it. And he says, this coin is cursed.
What do you mean it's cursed?
Cursed?
The magic is twisted. How did this happen? I'm sorry. I need the rest of the coin to disenchant it. Do you have any more fragments of it?
I don't believe so. This is the first time I've seen it, but perhaps that's why he was in such a...
For a piece of rubble in a rubble pile.
Can we look around for it? Or is there any way that we can at least? I know we tried to look through his stuff for the battery, I think, but...
No, none...
The coin is probably in the rubble of that building is what I'm guessing.
Oh.
Yeah.
Why does he have a cursed coin in
Is
his
there another way to remove this curse that you're mentioning?
Well, whoever created the coin might be able to help.
He wants to go shopping.
Perhaps we must go to the shop. The magic shop.
Yeah, if you know where it's from, I would definitely seek out the establishment. I'm sure somebody there would be able to assist.
So you're saying there is nothing else that you can do until it is removed?
I mean,
is it the coin or the curse?
He's as well as he will be until it's removed. He's not going to expire. I wouldn't worry about that. He's just looks like asleep. Maybe a coma.
Oh. Yeah, he's had a rough night, so
it's actually blocking the spell. It's very interesting.
Oh. All right, well, we appreciate the help. I don't know if you are busy or want to come with us, but perhaps we can call you again when we get the curse removed. Are you busy today?
Once you have it, I'd be happy to assist you.
The minibar is already paid for. You can take it here.
I have to return to my duties at the church, but here, and he holds out his phone.
We have wine here as well.
Swap contacts with you.
Felicity will offer her phone to swap contacts with him.
Okay. My son have already taken the sacrament this week.
Get it.
Only once a week? Wow.
Every Sabbath.
Must have been a very nice big drink, I assume. Hey. Perhaps the hangover is a little bit too much.
I apologize for my companions.
That's
fine.
Like, he has like cuts on her face.
Hey, can you
elbow?
Oh, of course. And
You go.
he pulls out his holy symbol.
Lightheaded from the drink.
He pulls out his holy symbol and begins to chant. So as the cross swings below him, you guys feel a warmth settle over all of you guys, and all of you can be healed to full. He's a very potent caster.
Wow, that's pretty OP.
I'm like
impressive. I feel better already.
You can do.
I feel exactly the same at full HP.
Merci.
Thank you.
Merci beaucoup.
Oh,
Absolutely.
I feel the best I've ever felt before. Thank you. All right.
So at that,
I'm sorry. My phone went off. I'm sorry.
he's going to make his leave unless you guys have any other questions for him.
Go to a magic shop now.
Yeah.
What about the park with the trees?
We'll go there later.
Yeah.
I promise.
Call me up the next time you have your sacrament, Mister. I appreciate it.
We have sermons on both Saturday and Sunday. You can.
And the drinks are free.
It's just a sip, my son.
Okay. I'm sorry. Appreciate all the help. Now let's go to the magic hocus pocus shop. Do you believe in magic, sir?
Absolutely.
J'aime bien.
I'm sorry. I've drank a little too. It's a long day. I'm so sorry.
He's a small boy.
And he holds his hand out and says, bless all of you. And he goes to leave. So the magic shop is probably you guys are actually close to the center of the market district, which is where Belmont is. It's actually only a 5-minute walk.
Yeah.
So you guys will be able to make it on foot. Not too much time.
Nice.
All right. Now I assume Evan's on his front because I don't think that would be very comfortable.
Yeah. I think you guys will.
On a pillow.
You propped a pillow under his chest so he doesn't suffocate in the comforter or anything.
Okay.
I mean, if anyone's gonna know how to put someone in the recovery position, it's gonna be Jameer.
Don't worry, there's gonna be no suffocating on throat here.
Oh
my
god.
Goodness gracious.
All right.
So this particular neighborhood is one of the older parts. So, very traditional Parisian architecture. There's a lot of small shops and stores that you guys pass on the way. Clearly, this is like a walking market almost. The center of the avenue is left totally open for day merchants to come in and set up little stands and things. At this point, you guys have basically worked through the night, and it's like a fast approaching about 7 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, did we not take a nap at all?
No.
I've had 30 minutes to recover my key points.
On the sidewalk?
I get them back with a short rest. So was there enough time for me to take a short rest?
Yeah, like when we
in
were
the middle of all
waiting.
that.
Whole time? Hopefully. Okay.
Yeah, I also get arcane recovery.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
Well, aren't you guys fancy pantsy?
I don't get a ton of things back, but
Yeah.
This is why I'm stingy with the heals. You guys, I have one spot.
It's a beautiful spell.
well,
The
we
front
could
of the
rest
shop-
before we go.
That's true. It's up to you guys.
That too, yeah.
It might be the smarter decision.
Yeah, okay. We'll rest. I mean, we're already full HP, but we just got to get all of our
Spells and
I'm
everything.
spells
happy
and
either way.
stuff.
All right, are you taking a long rest then?
Yes, we double back and
We're like,
It's
oh,
like,
Got to
you
leave.
know,
3 a.m.
perhaps
What are we doing?
showing up to this place drunk would not be the best idea.
They're probably closed at this time of night.
Oh yeah, that too. Good job. Good call, win-win. Great call.
Get up on the internet and it's like, oh, it's close. Oh my god, what time is it?
3 a.m.
Without Evan around, I'm the smartest person in the group.
So it does open up at 8.
Okay.
8 in the morning, or
You guys will see that. Yep, 8 a.m.
all right.
Let's
And
roll
we'll
in
be there at
night.
7:59.
Yeah. Hey,
Mm-hmm.
let's go.
Okay, so you guys, catching. Or you're just walking over there, so it's fine.
Yeah.
Win-win. There's plenty of little food stands where you can pick up some charcuterie on the way.
Yes.
Don't worry about the meat. So like I said, you guys are walking through this almost open air market. You see the store. It's got a very gaudy sign out in the front of it saying Église et Cellier. You could assume that those are probably the names of the original store owners. Inside, you guys see 3 rows of display cases, basically going straight back towards the end of the store.
Mhm.
And in front of the middle, there's a large it looks like a golem, except golems are usually quite large, huge. This one is merely tall enough to hit the ceiling and have maybe 2 or 3 inches to spare. But yeah, the store is open.
Okay, I detect magic.
Okay.
I'm just
It
fascinated.
takes 10 minutes. You're standing in front of the store detecting magic for 10 minutes.
Yep.
Yes, this is a very suspicious place.
Oh,
As
no,
we
it's-
walk in.
We already know a curse came from here.
The
True,
casting
true.
time is only 1 action, which is 6 seconds. It lasts for up to 10 minutes if she maintains
Oh,
concentration.
okay.
When
so
concentrating?
You are detecting magic inside of the store. Basically, all of the schools are present inside. However, you do notice more abjuration than anything else.
They
You
couldn't
can
afford
also
a better sign.
you get a feeling that golem is like legit.
Oh, it's perhaps they have good security here.
Guys. This magic
Wow.
store has magic in it.
And I look at Felicity and I'm just like,
Well done, Win.
but I thought you said.
Thanks.
And with that, Felicity opens the door and walks in.
So now that you get a closer look to it, the golem has like one of those "Hello, my name is," but it's in French, and it says "Je suis Pierre." Means
I am Pierre. Yeah, I did Duolingo. Okay, I know a little French.
I did Duolingo.
Did you do that for this?
Specifically for the show.
The rest of the store, you see like a whole bunch of stuff inside of the actual display cases, and they have little tags on them. One of them is like there's like a little Jack in the Box that says "Scare in a Box" underneath of it. Jameer, you actually see a deck of self-shuffling cards.
Wow.
There's a tiny silver bell that's missing its clapper inside of it. A block like about the size of a Furbolg's fist, so win-win, pretty large. It says weightless stone block underneath of it, and a Rubik's cube with the colors on the faces just changing randomly.
Wow, this place is amazing.
And then behind the counter, you see a gnome in a lederhosen and a big fancy monocle that's like strapped to a headband around his head.
Wow. So I run to the front and I say, "How much for the cards?"
No,
Ah, the cards. I would say
I need them.
about 5 gold would be fair for them, I think.
5 gold.
5 gold, yes.
Is there
One of our
anything?
most popular items, actually.
Really?
Shuffling.
Yeah, I hate it. Like every time. I'm not the best at it, but
Ziggy wants to.
I look back and at my group like, can I?
Ziggy
I
wants
know
to
the
get a-
coin. I know the coin was cursed, but this is a blessing.
How good is their security here? Like, how do they feel about pickpocketing?
I point to the golem like.
I will roll a perception. Dude, what would happen if she
So-
lost something?
So, as far as you can tell, it looks like the display cases do have locking mechanisms in front of them. So you would have to try to pick the locks if you were going to break into any of them. Pierre is pretty stationary and doesn't seem to be doing anything.
I'm going to put my hand on top of Jameer's hand with the cards and kind of slide the cards out of his hand and be like, Jameer, you know why we're here. And I'm going to hand the cards back to the guy, the gnome across the table, and lean over the table and be like, look, what's your name?
Cloud. My name is Cloud.
Cloud? I don't know what kind of business you're doing here, but we have a friend, and it appears that you have some cursed coins you've been selling.
Cursed coins? Oh, mine, no. I would never sell a cursed coin.
Well, I would definitely say so. And she pulls out the phone with a picture of the coin that says the name of their shop on the coin.
That's embedded in someone's back.
I mean, clearly it's been tampered with. It would have to have been. Why? I would never sell a cursed item to anyone.
You cursed my friend.
And what kind of coins are you selling? Do you have ones like this?
Mere trinkets. This looks to be one of our clairvoyance. A clairvoyance enchantment.
Does he look like he's telling the truth?
Roll insight for me.
Ooh.
15?
15. Yeah, it looks like he's telling the truth to you.
Oh. And what is this
Alright.
clairvoyance?
Maybe you're not the one who's doing this, but someone is doing something with your coins. Who have you been selling these coins to? Do you have a log of some sort?
Yes, but I could never divulge my patrons. There's a very strict sense of confidence in that.
Look, I'm gonna cast suggestion on him. I think it's probably the best thing for you and your customers to give us your log, because, sir, we're going to make sure that nothing like this happens to anyone else.
Well, let's see.
Yeah. Can I like go up to him too and like the only person I can stand next to and actually try to intimidate? And it actually be intimidating?
Sure. You're probably a little taller than he is.
So I'm gonna take full advantage of this situation and just like walk there and stand
I'm
there with
already
my
like
arms
a
crossed.
giant to him anyway. If he's a gnome, I'm 6'1".
She's a
Then
giant
I'm like
horns.
underneath your legs
And I
then,
have
just
horns.
like standing.
So Felicity, you
Added
feel
effect.
a little bit of fight back as his mind kind of rejects the spell, but then it snaps into place and he just goes rigid and goes, "Oh yes, the ledger, yes. One moment, please." And you see him. He's like standing up on a step stool to reach the top of the counter. He just takes a couple steps down, moves behind, and behind him you see three doors. There's one on the left, one on the right, and one directly back from you that looks like it just goes out to an alley behind it. He goes into one on the right, and then comes out with a book that's like almost as big as he is.
Aw.
Kind of heaves it up onto the counter and then comes back up and says, "Yes, let's see, item number. Well, I can't get the full number, but I'm sure I could figure it out based on the last couple of digits. Yes, here we go, right here." And he spins the book around and pushes it over to you.
Okay.
This thing looks like gibberish.
All right.
Actually, do any of you speak Draconic?
I might. I speak. Oh,
Don't you
no.
speak? Can't
Common-
you identify all language?
I speak Infernal, but yeah, I was just gonna do this.
Okay.
Comprehend languages, and then I can understand it.
Nice.
So, when you cast that spell, it resolves into view, and you can read it just fine, but the language seems to be written in a cipher. You see words like veritas, ergo, domine, and it's just written in basically fragmented words. It's clearly some sort of code.
I'm gonna take a picture of it with my phone
Okay.
because Evan can figure out that shit.
Yeah, he's gonna figure
Well, I
out how to
mean-
wake himself up.
No, I'm just kidding. And then I'm gonna turn the book back around to him, and after I take the photo, and say, "And what does that mean?"
It's a cipher. I have an auto pen in the back that writes it down for me. It translates what I write and puts it into the cipher for me.
And
I can show it to you if you want. It's very nice.
Look, care about your pen, sir. Just want to know what this says.
I can't even read it myself. The cipher is an enchantment inside of the pen.
And how do you use it? How is it of any use to you?
Well, I write it down on one page, and then the auto pen writes it on another. And when I'm done, I burn the first page, and then the cipher is kept as a log. I use a third-party company to handle the decoding if I ever need to
Who's
for a
this
custom.
third-party company that you're using?
And it better not be Google Translate.
No, he will pull a business card out from one of his pockets and go, "Oh, here you go." And the company's name is just plain text. It's called plain text.
That's good.
I take the card.
My agent there is on the back with his contact information. I'm sure he'd be willing to help you.
Why are you so sure he's gonna be willing to help us?
Well, I mean, he's any friend of mine is probably a friend of his, and it's his job to, provide deciphering.
Is there
How
any
would
kind
we-
of secret
How
code
would
or
we prove that
passcode?
we're your friends? Or
One moment. And he goes and begins digging through a drawer underneath of his desk, comes back up with it, and he's got a little signet ring.
mm-hmm.
He takes the ring, punches it down onto like a blank piece of paper,
Mm-hmm.
and wax just sort of pours out around it into the emblem of a fox, which clearly is also on the name of the store outside. And as he does so, the wax, you can watch it begin to mold shape, and then it fits out a nice little perfect QR code. He says, "This is a one-time use code. If you send it to him, he'll know that you spoke with me."
Well, thank you kindly. And I take the whatever's signet thing, pocket it.
Okay.
Anything else unusual happening around here?
Hipsters. These young humans, elves, all sorts. They keep coming by my store, and they keep posting these on the front. And he reaches into his trash can and then slaps down a flyer identical to the one that you guys pulled off of the corpse of Bernard.
Hmm.
Ooh.
And same thing, it's got a little QR code down in the bottom right corner of it.
And those are for the SNC, right?
No,
No.
You guys, I don't think have actually looked into that code yet.
No.
I think that Evan was gonna look into them. I don't know if he had or
So he has one.
or not.
Do
Yeah,
you
we
mind
have
if we
one.
take this with us, perchance?
He just goes boop and reads the QR code. Where does it send her?
Okay. So when you
Just like everyone's talking, she's like,
so Google Glass or whatever, you just hover over it, take the picture, and
she probably
comes
doesn't even
back-
do it subtly. Like,
Yeah, we'll be taking this.
it comes back with the message Royal Reveille on it.
royal.
Reveille. Ziggy, you would actually know
They
because
said
you're
Royal
from-
Ravioli.
Yeah.
that was the
I'm
inside
hungry.
joke in the DM chat.
Me too.
You would know this is actually a pretty famous but shut down old theater in the theater district. It used to be a very classy joint. A lot of French nobles back before the Revolution kind of frequented it quite a bit, but it's fallen out of favor in like the last 50 years or so.
Which district was that again?
It's in the theater district.
Royal.
Yep. The shutdown theater in the theater district.
Yep, shut down theater in the theater district.
I can remember that.
It's northwest of the Ile de la Cité, which is in the center. That's where like Notre Dame is. So it's northwest of that.
Okay, good to know.
All right.
We've been seeing some of these as well.
Yeah.
We'll look into it for you.
And next time, remember to recycle. These are in the wrong bin. And I'll be back for those cards.
Fair enough. I'd be happy to give them to you, friend, for
All right.
Compensation, of course.
No problem, sir. Have a great day.
You too.
And Jimmy just walks away.
I'm like, I'm watching you. I know there's magic going on here.
Right?
I will sleight of hand throw the guy 5 gold and take the cards.
I don't see it though. Do I see it?
Roll sleight of hand.
Come on, come on.
6.
Oh my god, why?
This last
I
You
guess
had
we
one
should use
shot.
perception to see if you see it.
Felicity.
Roll more than a 6 in your perception, and you'll see it.
Yeah, Jameer, roll perception.
Perception.
We'll make
All
it an
right.
active look. Yeah,
Come
you
on,
guys are
come on,
busy.
come on.
Head to head. The natural one.
Yes, he sees nothing.
All right, so
I just
Jameer has found something shiny to look at in one of the other cases. It's a little bell that is it's missing the little clapper in the middle of it, and underneath of it is a note. Rings different tones each time you ring it, and he is not paying attention to anything you guys are doing.
So the deck of cards auto shuffles itself. Is that what it is?
Yep, it auto shuffles
That's it.
after you double tap on the cards that are like put into the deck.
It's the most amazing thing you've ever seen. I need them.
Just
like pats him on the Ziggy will pat him on the back. She's totally sees Felicity. Whatever.
It's fascinating.
Yes, it is.
This hocus pocus. Unbelievable. Are we
so-
leaving yet?
Yeah, Cloud is
Yeah.
going to flash you a very big smile, Felicity,
mm-hmm.
and say, "Pleasure doing business." And then he closes his ledger and kind of wanders off back to his office.
Auf Wiedersehen.
All right.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Looking at the card that he gave me, is there an address on there or something like that for plain text?
You have an email address and a cell phone number.
Okay. I will send an email.
Okay. What would you like to tell him?
What's the person's name? on the card?
The person's name is Josh Barron.
Josh Barron.
Baron.
Yep, the company is actually based out of London.
Okay. It'll read something along the lines of, "Dear Mr. Barron, I recently met your friend." What was the guy's name? I forgot his name already.
Cloud.
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 Oh, Cloud.
Claude.
Cloud. Oh, Cloud. Okay. Cloud. And he recommended that I speak with you about a very specific code decipher.
Mhm.
If you could please get back to me at your soonest convenience, it would be much appreciated. Best regards. And yeah.
Don't forget to send him the QR code that he gave us.
It's just empty attachment.
Oh,
So
yeah.
wax thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so a couple of minutes are going to pass, and you'll get a reply email pop up
It's
in
a
your inbox.
quick email response.
Do you have a copy of the actual code? And that's all it says.
Yes,
And then
I do.
It has like his business tag down at the end as a signature.
Please see the attached documentation.
Whoops, forgot the attachment.
That happens to the best of us. Don't tell me you forgot to attach it.
Did you attach the picture of the code?
Yeah.
Again, a couple more minutes go by. He goes, you get a reply email saying, "This will take a little time. I'll let you know once I have it for you."
Thank you kindly. I look forward to doing business.
Okay. And on that, now that it's actually almost 11 o'clock, I think this is a good place to call it quits.
Yay.
I was like,
Content.
wait, is it already 2
I was like,
hours?
wow.
No way. I've been
I
so
was
weak.
looking, I was like-
Waiting all week.
I was like, I know they've been at it for a while, but I don't think it's been 2 hours yet. Like,
It didn't take me that long to steal an ambulance.
She's not that bad of a driver that she took forever to get us home.
She drives very slowly.
She's
to be
like, okay,
fair.
guys. She runs really fast, but drives really slow. It's like,
well, she's very careful, She's a very courteous driver.
mhm.
Oh my gosh. Well, now that we're actually for realsies ending, are you sure?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my goodness. We'll go around and let everyone say who they are and where you can find them at, and then we'll talk about all the things of how you guys can help support the show if you're interested in that. So let's start things off with lovely Jamia. Tempo, tell us where people can find you at.
Can find me in an igloo because it has been snowing like crazy this week. But yeah, you guys can check me out on Twitter at Team Tempo with the 0, as well as Tempo with the 0 on Twitch.tv as well. Those are where the main places. Oh yeah, and hit me on Instagram too. Team Tempo.
Nice.
Yeah, I've been getting back into it. I've been slacking though, big time.
Taking them selfies.
You know, I got to.
Awesome.
Got to. I gotta take a selfie with this. Post it out to people and be like, "Hey guys, how do you like my new hairdo?"
Oh my gosh, you totally should. Be like, so I got a new hairdo. How you guys
Yeah,
feeling?
just want to know how you guys feel.
And Salem Prophet, who plays the wonderful Win-Win, who, you know, healers gotta heal themselves first. I understand that.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, I'm Salem. I'm at this Twitter right here. Follow me for other people's content.
Oh my goodness. And Ziggy, played by the wonderful Random Tuesday. Where can people find you at?
Hello, my name is Lauren. You can find me Random Tuesday pretty much most places on the internet except Instagram because I couldn't get that one on there. It's the worst. But I will be streaming on my own channel tomorrow. And I will also be running an RPG. I am GMing a science fiction space opera themed RPG tomorrow night, so you can also catch me there if you don't have enough of me playing RPGs. You can.
How many is that now?
I am down to only running 2 RPGs, and I panicked and freaked out for a minute because I might be running 0 in April, and I don't know what I'm gonna do with myself.
That's how EE, I think, felt for like a bit. He's like, wait, I don't have to DM anything.
Like, I'm gonna just start telling my friends, be like, I need you to roll to see if that happens.
Just when you go out.
This is like compulsive GMing. So I'm only running 2 right now in 3. So.
And of course, Kyo, where can people find you at? As well as if they're interested in playing 2050 themselves, where can they check it out?
Okay. So we have our base rules up for free online at legendarypants.net. You can go there, download all the base rules that you'll need to enjoy some Code 2050 yourselves. You can find Legendary Pants at legendary_pants on Twitch and Twitter. Me, you can find on twitch.tv/Kyokri and at Kyokri on Twitter. I think that's it.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot to tag you in the tweet. I did.
There is a little special video that we're going to be playing at the end. So if you want, you're going to want to stay tuned for that because that should be interesting for all of you. You guys can find me at Margaret Crone in all the places, Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, and all the things. I put out content every single day, so you guys can check that out. And I'm always streaming. I'm in like 6 tabletop RPG games a week. If you need more tabletop RPG in your life than what we already all supply to you, we got you. We have you. All of it. This video will be up on YouTube if you missed it and you're just tuning in right now, so check it out at youtube.com/Roll4It, where we put all of our content out there, as well as if you're a subscriber, you'll be able to check it out right after this is over. And of course, if you want to help support us, we have a ton of things that we give to people for their support as well. If you want to check out patreon.com/Roll4It, we would love to do the in-person show. It's something that we've all kind of been waiting for, so we're really close. We're getting closer to that, and obviously we're almost onto our 3rd show as well, which could be really fun. I know this is kind of like a 0.5 of a show. It's half a show. Normal shows are 4 hours, so if you'd like to see us get to a full 3rd hour or full 4-hour 3rd show, you can help support us over there so that we can feed everybody's cats and dogs and bunnies, because you know we gotta live.
There are several bunnies, aren't there?
Or in Salem's case, herself.
Myself.
Yeah, exactly.
And if you want, and you can't, if you can't afford a monetary means via Twitch or Patreon, you can always support us in other ways by watching the shows. We always love that. Giving the word of mouth to other people and letting them know that how awesome Roll4It is, and sending them our way. Or, of course, following us on Twitter and Facebook, and right here on Twitch so you don't miss out on any future content. We're going to be off to record an after show, but before that, we're going to drop you a little video. So enjoy this video, and we'll see you guys next week. Bye.
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 I think Evan's going to be really mad we didn't get more money from the cops to do the job. Just saying.
Yeah, definitely.
Right. Bye, guys.
Okay. Wasn't a total failure. I did get Evan. I'm surprised he actually made it to me. I knew he would be here, but I didn't expect him to actually get into the same room as me. But no matter. He's gone now. Don't know about his friends, but I can't imagine they'd be on my trail without his expertise. Well, I will have something to remember Evan by. There is a metal coin lodged in my leg. I think it has magical properties because I cannot move my leg. Until I can work something out, I'm just gonna have to hobble around for a little bit, but that's not so bad. It's not bad at all. I still got some bots. I've got more than enough bots. I made more than I needed, so I could blow a few up. I got the chance to do that, and well, I'm all set. This is a blessing in disguise. It's a lesson learned. I could have been more careful. I could have been more precise. It's my fault. It's how it goes, but no matter. I'll just do better next time. This is the scientific method, right? This is how we get things done. We test and we try until things just work out. Not like magic. Not like unwieldy force without nature. Science is precise. I must be more precise. I must be more scientific in my approach, because what's to come is most important, and I cannot, and I will not, fail.